Yo, this is Soul here, bringing you another Project 365 cooking edition. On this edition, we are going to be making pancakes. Why pancakes? Because they are by far one of the most staple breakfast items in the world or in life, and I think that any good person worth their salt in cooking needs to have a go-to pancake recipe. Now, I've always mulled about different pancake recipes, and I found to be this one to be very easy to prepare and ultimately the most delicious. And you know how delicious they are? I'm gonna show you how delicious they are. That even this cute little dachshund wants a pancake. You want a pancake? Oh yes, you do. Yes. So let's get started. Alright, first things first, we're going to do the dry ingredients. So as you can see in this bowl here, I already have my dry ingredients, but I shall go through it step by step to explain to you. Now for this, for measuring, you're going to want to have a measurement that can measure in cups or in fractions of a cup, and you also want one that can measure in fractions of a teaspoon. So I have this neat little device here that actually can measure both the cups and on the very top measures in teaspoons. So the base of every great pancake I have seen so far is good old-fashioned flour. You need a cup of flour that's in here. You're also going to need your baking powder. You can get this anywhere. It's actually pretty cheap too. You need a teaspoon of baking powder. Next, baking soda. You need half a teaspoon of baking soda. And we'll also need salt. Yes, salt. Half a teaspoon of salt. And then finally, your good old-fashioned sugar. So for here, you need 2 tablespoons of sugar. Now, on to the next, which will be our wet ingredients. And now for the wet ingredients. So for this, you're going to want a measuring cup. This one measures max capacity of 2 cups, Pyrex. Pretty standard. I actually like this one for all my work. Now, on that note, we shall need 3/4 cup of milk. Unfortunately, I could not get whole milk, but milk will do. And I love milk. Well, I like it when mixing with stuff, but not for drinking. Drinking, it hurts me. And now what you want to do is you want to measure 3/4 of a cup of milk. Very nice. There we go. Now, here comes the secret to this recipe. And it's actually pretty cool. So most people love their buttermilk pancakes, and people don't want to buy that big old honkin' carton of buttermilk. So the trick that I actually learned is you can actually take either lemon juice or vinegar and mix it with milk to create that buttermilk reaction. So I'm going to take white vinegar. So here we go. I'm advertising chocolate like mad, but whatever. You want to measure 2 tablespoons. I actually measured a little bit less. So I'm going to do 1.5. That's perfect. And you're going to let that reaction sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. And what happens is it does that curdling reaction and starts souring a little bit. But trust me, it is probably some of the most delicious pancakes you'll ever have. Now, what you also want to do while that is reacting is you want to prepare a beaten egg. Brown egg, white egg, whatever. I'm going to just take the eggs that are given to me. I'm going to crack it open like so. Beautiful. And as you can see, egg is in there looking all eggy. I can't really tilt it over too much or else it'll pour out. And you're going to just want to beat that. Actually, I have a whisk. Whisk. You can just whisk it like so. And what we're going to do is once the milk reaction combines with the vinegar to make that buttermilkness, we're going to mix our egg and one other wet ingredient, which I'm going to take you to right now. And now we are in front of the frying pan, and you're wondering why. Well, the reason why is this. This is butter, unsalted, delicious butter. And what we need to do is we need to melt said butter in the pan, which we're going to do right now. If it would, there we go. And we're going to melt that down. And what we're going to do is we're going to take that same butter and we're going to mix it with everything. And that is how we're going to have our delicious buttermilk. So, yeah, be right back. Well, alrighty then. So now that we have our melted butter in said frying pan, what you're going to do is take it and you're going to merge it with that milk mixture we just made. And as you can see, I'm just getting it up in there. Ah, beautiful, beautiful buttery liquid of deliciousness. And you mix it in like that. And before we put in the egg, one secret ingredient that I like to put in that a lot of people don't is vanilla extract. And why? It gives a nice, rich vanilla flavor. You can put it by just maybe a teaspoon. It's more than enough. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the beaten egg we have here and we're going to mix it all in there. Because I like to combine all my wet and all my dry together if the recipe allows for it, because then it makes the cleanup process a lot easier. So we're going to mix that so. Now we have this beautiful buttermilk mixture with some nice hint of vanilla, which is going to add such depth to the pancake. And then, try to keep that safe there, you make sure that if you have a sifter, to sift all your ingredients together, because then it allows for less lumps and it makes all the ingredients mixed together. It's what's the best. But if you don't, what I like to do is I like to take my spatula, as so, nice plastic or silicone, whatever this material is, spatula, and my whisk. I like to mix, and then you take the spatula and you fold it in just to make sure that everything is well melded. Once you have done all of this, what you're going to do next is you're just going to pour your mixture in with your pancake dry mixture, and you're just going to blend as such. And as you can see, now it's starting to look a lot like pancakes. And this is seriously the easiest pancake recipe you'll get, because I would say about 80% of the ingredients that are in this recipe you already have at home, and the other 20% you can easily procure because, well, it's very easy. Vinegar's common, and you have baking soda. Well, baking soda and baking powder are in most grocery stores because it's just a go-to ingredient. And I think that rather than buy a box of pancake mix, I can basically do this, make as many servings of pancakes as I would like. They taste better, and I know what's being put into my body. And I think that a big thing with people is they're so obsessed with dieting, and they're so obsessed with, eating healthy, that it just comes down to being as simple as possible. And simplicity in itself is just taking it down and doing it yourself to bare ingredients. And like I said, I do this pancake recipe at times if I'm really hungry and I want to just have a go-to meal that is very fulfilling. And I do mean fulfilling both soul and in body. So on that note, we're going to go to the cooking phase. So I'll meet you over by the stove over here. Well, alright. I'm not going to be leaning over this frying pan, so I just wanted to show you my little face before we get to next start. So now we have our melted butter in the frying pan. You can use cooking spray like most restaurants do, but I'm a butter person. And now let's get started. So you want to put your nice pan on. You don't want to be too high, so you want to do like a little medium low, which would be perfect for what I need. And now, once that gets nice and hot, you just want to make sure that for me, my butter is distributed evenly. And we're going to get our nice little mixture here. As you can see, look at that, nice and smooth, beautiful. And it'll take just a few moments, and it won't take too long to get hot. And what I'm going to do also is to tell you the beauty of pancakes is you can actually do mix-ins. So my favorite mix-in, milk chocolate chips. Oh, yes. People who love those little chocolate chip pancakes, you do that. You can do fruit. You can do even bacon, which I have over here, just, sitting, chilling in the cut right now. But it's really a matter of what you prefer. So it looks like this is going to be ready to cook. And as you can see, I'm going in and out really quick. Not a big deal. And we're going to pour our beautiful mixture. You can also ladle it in, but I like to pour. And there we go. Beautiful. Mixture is poured in. And what I like to do is I like to just space out the pancake a little bit. Ah, there we go. looking all nice and neat. And you have a nice little perfect circle. And then what you do is you take chocolate chips and I strategically place them in different locations just so that every bite I get has a nice bite of milk chocolate. And this is great for however you want to do it. If you're a fruit person, I do suggest that you cut the fruit into pieces, because while the pancake is going to rise, you do not want it to, where it's like a structure where it's like sticking out. It looks like you committed murder on a pancake. Now it's starting to cook. So I'm going to bring you over to the pancake as such. Watch out.
And as you can see here, pancake is cooking very nicely. Now you notice that there are little holes that are being created from the pancake. That is good. That means that the process is working. And you want to make sure that there are enough holes. As you see, it's starting to form little by little. And you notice that the chocolate chips are now being enveloped into the pancake mixture. That means that the reaction with the baking powder, baking soda, salt, and flour is working, and it is rising very nicely. And as you can see, I have that perfect pancake shape because I'm a boss like that. Now the one thing you do not expect with my pancakes is, and I've never done it for the life of me, and I think it's because of butter, is because it'll never have that perfect golden brown pancake with the outer edge being white and fluffy. No, I am a person who loves pancakes with a crunchy edge. My mom has always made it that way for me, and I've always loved it. So these pancakes will also have a crunchy edge. I believe to get that nice brown fluffiness, you actually need a griddle. This is a frying pan, so the heat distribution is a lot different as opposed to a griddle. And I'm going to do a flip. Now I'm going to do a one-handed flip because I've been doing this for so long. I don't need to be doing no weak two-handed flip. And actually we want to cook a little bit longer because I just realized that I'm noticing this edge over here has not fully cooked. And like I said, you really want to keep an eye out. Now you notice how the edges are now getting that nice bubbly area, and that is really what you want. That means that that edge has cooked and that the heat had to escape the area, and rather than let it rise further and become a big old explosion of pancake, it escapes and creates those air pockets. And that, like I said, is something you do want. Now I'm going to flip it. Ready, ready, ready? Wow, look at that. Like I told you, I don't have that golden brown inner area with the white fluffy. You can see it's a little bit different looking. And don't be alarmed by this. If you have a griddle, your pancakes are always going to come out good. They're going to come out that golden. For me, however, I love pancakes in this way. And so I'm going to make a few more of these, and once I am done with all of them, I will show you the final result. And I'm back, and check these out. Oh, look at those beautiful looking golden pancakes, because they are golden after all. And if you flip them upside down, look at those chocolate chips inside. Yeah, yes. So I made 3, and I'm about to nosh on these with some bacon and a nice hot cup of unsweetened black coffee, because that's how I roll. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you guys do like this recipe, let me know and show me your results. Soul's out.